And of course, don't forget to activate Sky Sports 5 if you haven't already. Looks like they're just about to kick off, so let's rejoin our commentary team of Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, Villareal will be delighted with the way they have contained Barcelona in the first half. Luis Enrique, I'm sure, has tried to get these players to up their game. He does have Neymar in reserve, if needed. Xavi, if leadership is required. But they haven't been able to find any daylight in this Villareal defence. It's hard to criticise Barcelona's performance, Terry, because they've chipped away at Villareal. But maybe one should give Villareal all of the credit for the way they've managed to defend.
Yeah, and I think looking at a team that finished 7th last season, play really good football under Marcelino, are a really good team. So it shouldn't just be a given that we expect Barcelona to come to El Madrigal and win easily.
Just a reminder of the teams tonight. Villareal had a few changes from last week. Mario Musacho and Pina coming in. Uche, last season's leading scorer in the centre-half. Gabriel unavailable. Roquevena is on the bench. Mario is preferred at right-back. And it comes to this new-look Barcelona team. There are 5 players who were not around last year. Bravo in goal, Mathieu at centre-back, Rafinha and Rakitic in the centre of midfield, and young Munir, the teenager, gets a chance from the start tonight. Not exactly ahead of Neymar in the pecking order, because Neymar's desperately trying to find full match fitness after that nasty injury at the World Cup in the summer. And Pedro restored to the team tonight at number 7. Had that good chance in the first half. Nothing clear-cut though for Barcelona. Jordi Alba drives inside. Feature of the first half was the freedom that Dani Alves was given.
Again, the cross-latch quality, he's holding his hand up apologetically. He's got Messi to aim at, there's nowhere near him. No chance for Pedro to get on the end of it either.
Mathieu. There's a little tangle off the ball there between Dani Alves and was it Churchev? It was actually Xavi Costa that just linked arms with him. Alves booked in the first half, and it seems that they've been singling him out with some special treatment. Villareal. He was sent off against them in his Sevilla days 7 years ago. There's Pedro. Muscled off the ball though. Well, a tight defensive play like this, especially at home, isn't the natural style of Villareal, but under Marcelino tonight they have adopted it. PK to Busquets. Alves once more. We have our suspicions, Terry, don't we? That we just wonder whether they've allowed Alves to have the ball, because he's put in a multitude of crosses and nothing has come from a single one of them.
Now, I think teams in general the last couple of seasons have been not quite happy, but they've been happier for Barcelona to be crossing it from wider positions. So they defend narrow. They have a narrow back four, they allow Barcelona width, and they probably feel they can defend high crosses into the box easier.
Churchev goes on the outside, gets the cross in. Comfortable keeping from Bravo, but the best burst we've seen from Villareal.
First time we've really seen Churchev have the opportunity to attack just a single defender, show his skill, show his pace.
Messi. And his lonesome again is Alves. And again to Messi, to Alves, to Messi. Brilliant tackling.
Chef there gets the better of PK. Can't get the sufficient angle cut back on the cross. Forward does go straight to Claudio Bravo, and then Messi under pressure there from Jogos. And can he? closing down has been excellent from both teams.
Churchill driving down the centre, not given a lot of support. I think they were expecting him to have a little go there, maybe express himself at the Barcelona defence. Soriano to Cani. Jammeh with the cross, Matthew. Oh, one of those moments where you just hold your breath if you're a defender.
Well, he has to throw something at it. Excellent play from Villareal, play through midfield. Good cross into the box. Not too many yellow jerseys in there, but Mathieu can't take that risk of believing it. Has to get contact on the ball. Comes off the post. Lucky for Barcelona, unlucky for Villareal.
Rafinha to Munir. Well, he's had some excellent games, young Munir, at the pre-season. He's found it difficult tonight. I think it's only a matter of time before Neymar comes on to relieve him.
He looks to be a direct player, doesn't he? Likes to run in behind defenders, and Villareal, because of the way that they're playing tactically, there's not too much room in behind, so therefore he's having to receive the ball to feet. He's working hard, he's closing down, he's chasing back. He hasn't yet really had a sight of goal or a clear run in behind the defence.
Messi. Rafinha to Munir El Hadi. Well, it's been a big week for him. He scored that goal last week. And this week there's been a succession of TV interviews. The club have said they're going to protect him a little bit. I'm not sure that Luis Enrique will be happy that Neymar is disrupting his aerobic exercise there to sign a couple of autographs. Is that the done thing, Terry?
No one ever asked for my autograph when I was warming up. But,
well, to be fair, you'd have struggled to reach that high, wouldn't you? But
cheap shot, Rob.
Low shot. Maybe it's the rage. Louis van Gaal was signing autographs at the end of the Man United game the other night, so if he can after defeat. Foul on Pedro. Feeling the pain from Bruno's tackle. Barca take it quickly, trying to keep the ball rolling. Busquets. Real have succeeded in slowing them down to pedestrian pace.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more even the second half, and Marcelino's tactics to restrict Barcelona in the first half. Maybe a little bit more expansive in the second half. One or two options on the bench as well for Marcelino. Knows the importance of not conceding an early goal against Luis Enrique's side, and Barcelona really controlling the game. Villareal very much in this game.
Good take from Arsenio. He's had the most difficult save of the game to make in the first half. But on reflection, the best two chances have fallen to the home side. One missed by Ruiz in the first half. A good opportunity a couple of moments ago. It's almost resulted in an own goal. Jordi Alba. Rafinha to Alba. Rakitic. Teed up for Alves. We have statistics for everything these days, don't we? 75% possession in the first half. We knew how many passes Barcelona created in the opening 20 minutes. I'd like to see how many of Dani Alves' crosses have actually found a man tonight. Pedro crunched in the tackle by Trigueros.
It's an easy option for Dani Alves, isn't it? Just to cross it to the box, make it a 50-50 ball. I think he should be a little bit more adventurous. Try running at a defender, getting himself into the penalty box, taking defenders on. But they haven't made the most of their possession down that right flank, Barcelona.
Alves, Rakitic. Messi. Seeing little of him in the second half. Rafinha. Jordi Alba quickens the pace, enters the area, puts in a very good cross. Rakitic was there, readjusts. Looks for Messi. Pedro beaten to it. Alves. Oh, they're enjoying taking a lump out of Dani Alves fairly on that occasion. Alves once more. Now Messi. Terrific little touch. Rafinha fires it to nobody in particular.
Someone's come up with a bit of magic around the edge of the box. Rafinha couldn't do on that occasion.
Men against boys, isn't it?
That was excellent defending. That was from Masaki. He knew, watching the movement of Munir, he likes to come short and then spin into the space in behind. He read it perfectly, read the pass. Got there and snuffed out that danger there.
Rafinha. Just taking their time, Barcelona. Lacking a little bit of fizz, a little bit of inspiration. Giovanni, he's not been in the game at all, the Mexican international. He was hoping to line up alongside his brother Jonathan Dos Santos tonight. Both, of course, were graduates of the Barcelona system, but Jonathan isn't fit or match fit to feature yet for Villareal. Alba. Oh dear. Shakes his head in embarrassment.
Again, that's lazy play. Could have drove into the box. It's catching practice for Sergio Asenjo. Hamstring injury appears there for Jaime Costa. He's had a really good game, isn't he? He's really got tight to the Barcelona attacking players. He's put his foot in.
It looks as though he's got a hamstring injury. There's no way back in the game when that happens. They're going to be down a man, and Barcelona are going to utilise this break in play to introduce Neymar.
Jordi Alba with the clip into the box. The problem was already there, obviously, for Costa. Cavina is an obvious candidate, a full-back. He's a right back, so might need a little bit of shuffle around, or experienced player. I think he's quite content to go and play in the left back position.
It's going to be Gabriel who's going to come on. He's hoping to erase a bad memory of last year when he was one of the players who scored an own goal against Barcelona.
See what that does. He'll go on and play central defence. The left-footed central defender Victor Ruiz will probably go and play left side of a back four.
Just looking at his reaction there, you know, Terry, I think he thought he was going to come back on and try and run it off, but there was a communication from the club's medical men. He went to the touchline, preparing to give it a go, but maybe they reacted a little bit too quickly there. They bring on Gabriel, and it's a long walk around the field now for poor old Costa. Time for change. It's the rookie Munir, who's run almost 7 kilometres but had very few touches of the ball tonight. He needs no introduction, his replacement. Well, Neymar scored 2 goals against Villareal when they met last December. 2 goals in a 2-1 win for Barcelona. Rakitic to Messi. Messi draws defenders. Now Neymar to Rakitic. Rakitic fires it across, and suddenly they've got to be on their toes. It's a new dimension for Barcelona with the introduction of the Brazilian.
Yep, and I think that will weaken them slightly at the back. Villareal. Victor Ruiz will play left back. It's won't be as mobile as Hammy Costa. So the first time, a little bit of confusion there. Gabriel, Victor Ruiz, Musacchio, 3 central defenders. Rakitic tries to drag it across the 6-yard box. But in fairness to Villareal, loads of players back, chasing back. Eventually got the ball away.
Rakitic delivers, little flick on, and it fell to Matthew. The referee's putting that one down as a miss from Matthew. He's trying to blame the defenders. Great interception. He was covered all of the way by Ruiz.
Victor Ruiz made that last-ditch clearance just a minute ago. Certainly applies enough pressure and gives away the corner there. Should have been a corner. Clearly come off of boots of Victor Ruiz.
Again, he's settled into the Barcelona defence for years. They've been crying out for a new centre-half. They do have options there. Bartra's development. He's in the Spanish squad this week for Marlon to find his feet when he's fully fit. He's not yet on the bench, the former Arsenal man. And of course, Carlos Puyol has moved up to the club's management. A rash challenge. Free kick. Awkward few minutes this for Matthew.
The introduction of Gabriel, a big central defender, means it is an addition of another player who's good height and will provide a threat from this set piece. Pretty sure Barcelona will encourage all 3 of those big central defenders to venture forward here. Musacchio, Victor Ruiz, Gabriel.
Trigueros with the free kick, a disappointing one. They left the heavyweights in there.
Surprisingly, Barcelona held back Gabriel. Still wary of that counter-attacking threat from Barcelona. I think it was worth the gamble. As it happens, the delivery was poor and probably the right decision.
Neymar. Rafinha. Busquets to Rakitic. Pedro wide to Alves. Alves with a cross. Mario helps it on, and as far as Jordi Alba. Neymar. Ball pass from the Brazilian doesn't find his international teammate Dani Alves. Alves steals the ball, flies it into the far post, and once more it's the height of Gaspar, Mario Gaspar, that ensures that the danger goes away. Now is it time for them to introduce their new summer signing, the young striker Vieto. Messi looked pleadingly there, the referee right on top of the situation. I was about to say a feature of his officiating has been letting play go. Clearly not.
A series of aggressive challenges there from Villareal. Eventually the referee bringing a halt to play, giving a set piece to Barcelona.
PK can't get that.
As Kenny does perform the trip on Rafinha. Okay, can't wrap his foot around it to get it back across goal. Comes off his shin, goes out of play.
Well, it's a first for Liga sighting at El Madrigal for Luciano Vieto. They spent quite heavily by their standards, €5.5 million to bring him in from Racing in Argentina. And his only other previous performance here, that was in the Euro qualifiers. He scored a couple of goals. Maybe this has been the grand plan for Marcelino, keep things tight. And maybe take a gamble. Messi caught in full flight.
He's getting annoyed, Messi. I think he's got a right to. I think there's been a series of fouls in that area of the pitch. When he does pick the ball up, the referee's quite happy to keep giving free kick after free kick, but not issuing too many yellow cards.
Right, so we've only had the two, haven't we? Alves and Pedro so far, none for Villareal.
Again, it's a yellow card offence that from Pena. He's wrong-footed by Messi. We want to see play continue. We want to see good players thrive in control of the ball, performing their skills, and there has been a series of niggly fouls which the referee has allowed Villareal to get away with to a certain degree, but Barcelona are going to allow Villareal to get away with it on this occasion. Messi lines up. Is he going to take his frustration out? Pepper the goal, Sergio Asenjo.
Tempting distance. Messi needed the save. One will be caught spectacularly by the cameras by Asenjo. It may have been going just wide, but brilliantly tucked to the out. Movement off the ball. It's Messi who comes through unguarded. I suppose the smallest man is the man that you leave last to mark. Nobody took care of him.
No, he makes a free run from the edge of the box, and he should score. We know it. His ability in terms of technique with the head. And we see the attempt from the set piece, probably just drifting wide, but Senjo certainly can't take those chances. Excellent shot stopper and smashing to see him back playing. Second full season they're here at Villareal after a long spell out through injuries. Now he's here on the permanent deal. Good to see him back in top form and fit and healthy again.
Well, he was regarded as a potential future Spanish international goalkeeper, Sergio Asenjo. Went to Atletico Madrid for big money for €4.5 million back in 2009, but then he got a terrible injury. It took him a while to find his feet again. Here's Lionel Messi. He has support. He can't play it in. Oh, what a block that was. Doesn't matter how you keep them out as long as you keep them out. And that was a rib cracker.
It's all about throwing yourself in front of it to try and block the goal. To play continued. Busquets goes down injured, but it's a thrilling run from Messi. Thrilling defending from Villareal. Looked like it was going to be a goal. Actually, Vieta would have impeded Sergio Busquets there.
Well, Messi undid the defence. Neymar was waiting.
It's Victor Ruiz. Not for the first time tonight. He's had an excellent game. He's managed to pull off a couple of blocks in other dangerous situations, but none as dangerous as this. And Senjo threw himself in. Victor Ruiz, I hesitate to say he threw himself in. He just ended up there, didn't he? And then
I think he steeled himself, didn't he?
Yep.
I think he made sure his arm was in the way as well. He was very protective, but going through the pain barrier to provide a barrier to Barcelona scoring. Things have livened up, and the forecaster of Barcelona goal is more likely since Neymar crossed the white line. Well, going to make their third and final change in a moment. Villareal and Barcelona also going to introduce another one of the young kids in Sandro. First of all, it's Villareal. Carney comes off.
I saw the number 10 flash up there and I thought, what? Surely not. I think you know exactly what I mean.
Exactly. Carney's off, and Espinosa is his replacement. Barcelona will bring on Sandro Ramirez, who had some playing time in pre-season, and Pedro accepts the sacrifice. Messi. This is Rafinha. It's another player from the Barcelona Academy, and like all of the graduates, he has pace to burn and a trick or two as well, Sandro. Maybe playing on the coach's mind was the fact that Pedro had had a yellow card. Messi. Body's been thrown in the way once more. This time it's Sandro who's stopped. Neymar throws everything at it, but he's crowded out. 20 minutes to go. They're getting warmer.
Yep, and the chance does fall for Neymar, and he should hit the target. But I think, again, incredibly, it's Victor Ruiz with another block. The ball is worked out wide. It's a tight decision. Go Barcelona, get the benefit of the doubt. Here's Victor Ruiz, who throws himself at it again. They're holding on, Villareal. Not having any attacks at all now. It's non-stop pressure from Barcelona. But back for Villareal, just about standing firm.
Well, here is substitute Vieto, puts in the cross. Uncertain defending once more from Barcelona. Pena has the shot. It's Barcelona's turn to haul bodies in the way. Mario Gaspar, nervous clearance from Mathieu. Pena off the post. Second stab. Oh. Barcelona living dangerously. And a brilliant little period of play from Villareal, all having a go at goal.
Yeah, it's really opened up now the game. The substitutes have made it a little bit more chaotic. The substitutions from both teams, it's a little bit more open. Villareal throwing players forward. Pena so unlucky there to see shot cannon off the post. And the cross flashing across the goal, just a yard or so away from the goal line.
Game has opened up now all of a sudden. It's Lionel Messi. Can they catch him? Gets it on that left foot. They did enough to entrap him.
Senho eventually was able to gather the ball. Musacchio closing down, but Victor Ruiz again with that block. It really is top-class defending from Villareal, not so from Barcelona. Pena with the attempt. Brother does get anywhere near it as the ball flashes back across goal. Villareal so unlucky that no one's on the end of the cross. It doesn't get deflected in towards goal.
Keeper was beaten. Highly entertaining, scoreless draw so far. Jordi Alba. Neymar squirms away with the ball. Makes no ground though. Vieto. Falls kindly to Rafinha. Rakitic. Alba. Spins nicely to Alves. Sandro maybe roams offside. Messi. Teaser for Alves. Needed. That tackle from Gabriel. Barcelona's last change will be to introduce the maestro. Messi goes short to Rakitic. Alves. Too much for Messi.
It's a good idea. Pico frustrated, ventured up for the corner, and the delivery doesn't come into the box.
Well, the most famous number 6 in Spanish football comes on. And Rafinha, one of the kids, given his opportunity by Luis Enrique, hasn't really imposed himself, hasn't expressed himself tonight. Comes off in a little rejig for Barcelona as we see that chance again.
So unlucky out, Thomas Pena. And the cross coming in, flashing across the goal from Espinosa.
Just wondering whether it actually was a save from Claudio Bravo, and he got a fingertip on that. lively game which could still swing either way. Neymar. Sandro. Pace to burn. Dani Alves. Messi. Look at that for defending. Wonderful from Musacchio. Giovanni. Vieto. Alba stands his ground. They won't let him out though. Awkward moment for Claudia Brava, especially on a, it's not exactly a plough pitch, but a not very neat surface. Messi. Xavi starts making things tick. Dani Alves with a cross. Easy header that once more. To the final 15. Busquets. Alba. Rakitic catches the defender's eye. Xavi, you know, will only make a pass if it's on. Rakitic puts a cross in, takes a deflection, skims across the goal. What seems to be the umpteenth time. Retrieved by Dani Alves. It's Messi! Body's in the way again. It's been a feature of this game. You're not to skittle down.
We talk about technique and skill, but just sheer determination and spirit from Villareal in terms of blocking these attempts at goal from Barcelona has been phenomenal this evening.
Heads up. Barcelona do like to score a goal of beauty. They take anything scrappy, any part of the body at this moment in time. Xavi. Sandro. Alves. Rakitic, can he be more successful than Dani Alves in getting across him? No, he can't. He's closed down brilliantly by Gabriel. Space once more for Rakitic. I'll have it, says Arsenio.
Probably the wrong option from Rakitic. You will see Dani Alves cuts it back to Messi. Of course, who else would it be? I think it's Victor Ruiz who gets another deflection.
Well, it's possibly the first time that Dani Alves has found a teammate with a cutback tonight.
Bruno, the skipper, throws himself at it as well.
An intriguing finale. Busquets. Rakitic. Xavi. Neymar. Drifting inside. Putting obstacles again. Well, this is the vital period of the game, because as you quite rightly said earlier, Terry, they've had a game this week in the Europa League qualifiers. Villareal, they've had to juggle their resources, rest some players, bring others in. Barcelona have had 76% of the possession, we're informed this evening. Been a fair share of the chances. Mentally and physically, Villareal have to dig very deep. It's Messi. Well, even here's tiring. Ball is hit long. Mathieu will chase that. Do you get the impression if there is a goal, it'll be a moment of an individual error rather than a moment of brilliance tonight?
Yep, and that isn't unusual at this stage of the season, where the teams are still getting into top gear, individual players. Still haven't reached peak fitness. Mistakes do happen when players do get tired.
Here's Messi. Can't get it through. Comes off Messi. Will be a goal kick.
If there is a goal, I hope it's going to be down to a piece of individual magic. Villareal not having too many chances to break forward. Jogos has worked so hard in midfield. Same as Thomas Pina and Bruno. Marcelino has shuffled around with the attacking players to try and bring some energy onto the tiring team. Luciano Vieto has come on.
Ten minutes remaining in our first game of our Sunday night doubleheader. They're limbering up at the Anoeta. Real Sociedad playing against Real Madrid. That's an 8 o'clock start. Sky Sports 5. Revista's on Tuesday this week to assess all of the transfers in the market. All the deals were told have been done in the next 24 hours. Barcelona will be doing a deal for some considerable time if they don't make a move. The word from the club is that they have signed everybody they're going to sign now. Real Madrid maybe not. It's like Chicharito could be heading to the Bernabeu. Busquets, Dani Alves, Neymar times his run, tries to find Messi. Messi does get to the ball. Body's there once more. Tired pass from Alves. Neymar. Black stays down. Messi takes his time, looks for support through the goalkeeper's legs, and Sandro is the unlikely hero. Scrappy in the extreme, but you can see what it means to Barcelona. A massive collective sigh of relief.
Well, they know they have so much respect for Villareal, and they've worked so hard to get their noses in front. Been some fantastic defending by Villareal, but here was the first little sign of maybe tiredness. Victor Ruiz drops too deep, first of all. Messi should have been offside. Victor Ruiz is in line with the rest of his defenders, and Messi would be offside. But Messi's clever. He knows one Villareal defender has dropped deep. He makes that run in behind. Takes a couple of touches. I think he's prodded it towards goal for himself. Has a look. As it's going towards the far post. You see Mario is there to try and clear the ball, but Sandro Ramirez knows that all he has to do is get there before the Villareal defender and tap it over the line.
Yet another name to note from the Barcelona academy. A new scorer on the score sheet, Sandro Ramirez. Well, Luis Enrique knew about his talents as he was coaching the B team, and he's placed great emphasis on bringing the players through. Rafinha started tonight, Munir started tonight, Sandro came on and he's emerged the hero, but the drama may not have ended as it's the young striker for Villareal, Vieto, who forces a corner. You know they're not going to lie down and accept this under Marcelino.
This is a chance for them, isn't it? On last occasion they didn't put all three of the central defenders up. They have to this time.
Sirens going off in the Barcelona defence. Goalkeeper can't be heard. It's Villareal who get to it. And well, Barcelona are appealing. I'm not quite sure. For Giovanni Dos Santos came in as the marking, and the markers had gone AWOL.
I think they're appealing for an offside, aren't they? Rakitic is the one player. Victor Ruiz was guilty of the same offence at the other end when playing Messi onside. Rakitic is the player that's slightly deeper as well. Close call.
Well, 3 times in this game they've hit the woodwork, Villareal. They need to hit the net. Fans of Atletico and Real will be cheering on the yellow submarine, as they're known. so called because they bob up and down from the lower to upper divisions. I would imagine the neutral out there would kind of hope they can find an equaliser. Barcelona entirely having to work for a point here. Shoot is the cry, and it was, well, hopeful to say the least from Trigueros.
It is ambitious, unless it flies in the top corner. It is the wrong decision. Players in support. That hasn't been the case predominantly for Villareal this evening. Not too many players getting forward, but it's needs must now. Time running out, 1 goal behind. It's a decent attempt, in all fairness, to Trigueros. As I said, unless it flies in the top corner, it is the wrong choice, the wrong option.
Well, there's still ample time on the clock for Villareal. Great crunching tackle, courtesy of Macho.
He doesn't mind that, does he? A player that started off as a left-back at Valencia when he first came to La Liga. Works his way into central defence. He plays left-sided midfield as well if need be, so he's comfortable going out in that left-back spot.
Gaspar. Painful block by Alba. Just making yardage down this right-hand side for Real. Busquets blocks. Macho uncertain. Oh, and Vieto could have made a hero of himself on his home La Liga debut.
Just praising Macho, and then casual, dreadful defending. Trying to be clever and kick it off of the Villareal player Espinosa to try and get the goal kick. And it falls into the path of Luciano Vieto, and he should score. Should certainly be hitting the target. Should be missing from that range.
Well, the costliest signing of the summer could have paid back a few euros then. Messi. Messi. Sandro. A day of the life he's never going to forget. His La Liga debut for Barcelona, marked with a goal. Manier did it, didn't he, last week? Made his mark. At the other end of the age scale, here's Xavi. Xavi fires it in there. Sandro, well, maybe stood over the ball. Maybe there was a call from Neymar. They could have wrapped it up. But the game remains at a knife edge. Still 1-0. Still 2.5 minutes. Plus, I'm sure, a couple of minutes, maybe 3 minutes added by the referee for stoppages. Marcelino willing his players to go and find the ball. Easier said than done. They'd covered a little bit more distance than Barcelona, chasing them around on that breakout. Barcelona happy to play down the clock, keep possession for the remaining 1.5 minutes. It's at this point that that game against the club from Kazakhstan is beginning to show for Villareal. I don't think it's the hunger that's gone, I think it's the legs that have gone.
Yeah, no, and you do work so hard against a team that dominates possession, and they're world-class players, Barcelona. They're sharp in the final third, and Villareal did so well to hold on to a clean sheet.
That was a good cross from Alves, finding the head of Neymar for the second time in 2 or 3 minutes. Hasn't been able to convert. It's more difficult.
Alves does eventually find the head of a Barcelona teammate. Sakio probably just about enough to put off Neymar, making a good connection. They really don't want to patronise Villareal because they are a good team. And it was always going to be a tough game for Barcelona tonight. They held out for so long. But they were really hanging on at some stages. And we were laughing and joking about Victor Ruiz throwing himself in front of everything. Sakio was, Gabriel was when he come on, the two full-backs, Mario and Remy Costa have played really well.
Well, we did say, didn't we? We called it a bit. If it was going to be a goal, it's going to be an element of good fortune. Messi makes it a bit predictive. Great tackle by Busquets. An artful. Xavi. A bit of a stretch here for Neymar. There's only a couple of hundred Barcelona fans who've been granted tickets for this game, but they're making quite a dent on the top tier, celebrating that goal from Sandro. They're going to remain with a perfect record. It was the perfect run that from Messi, wasn't it? And embarrassing for the goalkeeper. And the most determined man in the 50-50 got the goal.
Messi surprised the defenders by stopping, didn't he? And he checked, and it unbalanced the defender. It was Musacchio, unbalanced the goalkeeper. Did well to chase it in, follow the run of Messi, get himself in the goal-scoring position.
Giovanni Dos Santos gets the cross in, and Bravo, well, bravely let it go. Knew what he was doing. Experienced goalkeeping from Claudio Bravo's. Others were panicking there, he wasn't.
It's Jordi Alba, I think so. Misunderstanding between Jordi Alba and Claudio Bravo.
He's hanging on for his clean sheet. He's got competition from Ter Stegen when the German is fit. 3 minutes have been added, and halfway through that there'll be one final chance from Villareal. Barcelona confidently playing the ball around. PK standing on ceremony here. Messi brings it down. Messi wants it. He's still showing immense hunger and a lot of energy as well in the 93rd minute of the game. Referee stamping down on a little bit of shirt tugging. Well, how many coaches have shown us that particular expression over the years against Barcelona? Alves. Villareal are given absolutely everything tonight, played to their maximum. And we did say it would take an element of good fortune. Messi timed his run perfectly. For once, the machine at the heart of the Villareal defence malfunctioned. Back to central defenders caught short. Arsenio letting it through his legs. And one little relapse is so costly for Villareal. Well, the fans should be very happy with the way their team have performed. And Marcelino as well. He set them up defensively brilliantly tonight. Barcelona had a real struggle, but it's 2 wins out of 2 for them, and you can see what it means, and especially to young Sandro. Came on as a substitute, and well, Luis Enrique got it right again. His substitute scored the winning goal. Villareal 0, Barcelona 1.
Yes, and for a long time in that game, it looked as if Barcelona would not go away from El Madrigal with the full 3 points. They'll feel they deserve that with the chances they created, although Villareal might feel that they deserved at least a point. Hitting the post 3 times and, of course, defending well against what is one of the most potent strike forces in world football. Ozzy, just how important do you feel that win was for Luis Enrique, and did they deserve it?
Very, very important, of course. Great result for Barcelona. Not a very impressive performance. It looked like the same mistakes are happening again. They did not defend it very well, especially in free kicks, especially in corners. They allow Villareal to have a lot of chances. Maybe playing against a team with better quality, they will not be having the result that they have today.
From tomorrow night, Barcelona are not able to buy anyone until January 2016. With the likes of Munir and especially Sandro coming on, scoring the winning goal, have they got the academy players to deal with that?
What they have is a manager that believes in them, because they will tell you that every year there is quality there. But now you've got Luis Enrique, who saw what Sandro was doing in the cadetes and juveniles when he was there at Barcelona, has been told that last year he scored 7 goals in the B team, even though he's just played 31 goals. So not a prolific goal scorer, but one that is different to what he's got in the side. So yes, he's giving them a chance. As we saw in the Gamper here in the Summer Trophy Barcelona, he scored as well, and he seems to have that kind of player that never gives up. He had a very long injury, a leg injury that could have threatened his career, but he seemed strong, came back strong as well, and he believes he can do it, and Luis Enrique is just giving him the chance.
A lot of players from the Masia, but I am not so sure if probably they are going to be good enough later on, yes, but right now, if we are talking that Barcelona is going to be dominating the world, is going to be not only the best team in Spain, but the best team in the world, and so on. All these players need time. Yes, today he scored a goal and so on, but you cannot say because of his performance he's going to be such a wonderful, wonderful player. The jury is still out. Not only him, but all the other young players as well.
And of the